afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Shortie Spectacular. And racing underway before I can even do the programme change. Very keen to get the programme away quickly because obviously it gets dark tonight. We'll give you the changes as we can. The first race on the programme, I can tell you, we've deleted 77 and we've added 115 Maurice Jones and 196 Matthew Classen. As they go past us for the first time, it's the reigning British champion Graham Thomas out in front, but he's up against the previous competition. We've got Mark Wadsworth here, we've got Richard Emson here, young Jefferies, and at the moment it's young Richard Emson out of the schoolboys. Only a month ago had his first ride at Point of Air, just 4 or 5 weeks ago, up with the big two, Thomas and Wadsworth, but it's Thomas leading, Emson on the outside, Wadsworth on the inside, and believe me, young Richard is a lot of and tries to go around the outside of Thomas as well, but Mark Wadsworth it is now, takes it up. The wily old campaigner goes through on the inside with a lap and a bit to go. What a terrific 250 battle, first race of the afternoon. It's Emson leading on then back in fourth place, 4-4-4, and again Emson right on the limit on that long turn, but Wadsworth on the inside. Looks as though experience is going to tell, but young Richard's going to have another go round the outside on the top end, so it's youth against experience. Waddy on the inside, Emson switches from second, Thomas third, fourth, Stuart Laird in fifth place. Sixth place was number 229, Richie Knight. So, race 1 goes to number 344 Mark Wadsworth, but if official results of race number 1, a win there for number 344 Mark Wadsworth. In second place, number 141 Richard Emson. In third place, number 314 Graham Thomas. In fourth place, number 44 Camier. In fifth place, number 444 Stuart Laird. In sixth place, number 229 Richie Knight. In seventh place, number 154 John Edwards. And in eighth place was number 115 Maurice Jones. Those numbers again: 344, 141, 314, 44, 444, 229, 154, 115. We move on to race 2. In race 2, still with the 250s, out goes 150, 726, 48. And change in number, John Jefferies rides number 144 instead of 114. And 114 is actually Simon Jones. Also, one addition to your programme, number 248 Carl Wilkes. So 150's out, 726 is out, 48's out, 114 rides, 144, 114. So we got John Jefferies leading at the end of the first lap with Carl Wilkes in second place, Darren Pugh in third place, and behind Darren Pugh was Simon Jones. But again we see the schoolboys. Young John Jefferies, only been in the adult class a matter of months, leading into the top end. Carl Wilkes, the Telford man, by the standard of Jefferies, now getting to the next stage. But problems for Jefferies as they go in the bottom turn, and Jefferies both coming out. Obviously some sort of mechanical problem, so Carl Wilkes goes to the front, Jefferies goes in the middle. So we've got Carl Wilkes leading. In second place, we've got Darren Pugh, and by the standard of the first race, somewhat of a down here in second place. Third place, Simon Jones. Fourth place, number 196, Matthew Flasson. Right as the checkered flag is made ready, the man who takes number 248, Carl Wilkes. Second place goes down Pew. And third place is going to go to Simon Jones, number 114. With Matthew Flasson. Official result in just a moment. Right, the official result of race 2, a win for number 248, Carl Wilkes. In second place, number 71, Darren Pugh. In third place, number 114, Simon Jones. And in fourth place, number 196. And that was Matthew Flasson. 248, 71, 114, and 6. We move on to 500. We've got Chris Salisbury, Kelly Lloyd, Jim Rowland and Brian Canning. As they go in the first turn, it's Brian Canning laid in. So, Canning by some 30 metres. Jim Rowland's there in second, Kevin Lloyd in third. And just at the back at the moment is Chris Salisbury. But it's the Stafford man out in front by about 20 or 30 metres. From the Welshman in second place, Kevin Lloyd there in third. Well, we lose Chris Salisbury on the top turn on the first lap, so we're left with just 3 crews and Canning extending his lead. Jimmy Rowland's there. Having a super ride in second place and Kevin Lloyd at the moment. Still the order is the same. Brian Canning, Jim Rowland, Kevin Lloyd with their respective passengers. Kevin Lloyd, of course, passenger by Dick Allroy, Brian Canning by Colin Lewis, and Jim Rowland's by Mark Griffiths. Already the last lap flag made ready. Still Brian Canning. We're going the last lap and Kevin tries to go on the inside of Jim Rowland's, which he does to take up second. So the battle's on now and Jim Rowland's just slowing up the back straight. Obviously some sort of mechanical problem, I would think, for Jim, because he slowed considerably on this last lap into the last bend, and it's still anybody's race. Kevin on the inside, Brian on the outside, Kevin Brian Canning second, Jim Rowland's third. I think that's the order. We'll leave it up to lap scores to give us confirmation, but I think the first ride on the last lap for Kevin Lloyd and Dick Allroy. We move on to race 4 in this. We've got Smurf Smith, Rob Jones, Rob Williams. The order at the end of the first lap is Brian Palmer leading. So the British champion, 93, Brian Palmer, and Scott Dunlop from Dagenham out in front, with Steve Smurf Smith and Rob Cameron on the HMR in second place, and the Flying Welshman from down there near Carmarthen in third place. That's Rob Williams. But Rob really is a very determined sort of rider, and he's trying to go around the outside of Smurf as they come out the bottom corner. And Rob Williams it is who takes up second. Brian Canning though leading by 30 metres into the top turn and place, Lionel Cross's race taken in fifth place, number 24, Nick Yeomans and Andy Jones. Back in the sport after an absence of some years. Nick Yeomans, of course, former solo rider, then took up 500 chair racing, then disappeared, and nice to have him back this year. Well, look at this, Rob Williams, really curving right to the Rob Williams second, Smurf finishing third. In fourth place, it is going to be Lionel Cross's race taken in fifth place, number 24. The official result in just a moment. Race 4, the official results: a win for number 71 Brian Palmer and Scott Dunn. In second place, number 14 Rob Williams and Edward Davis. In third place, number 220 Steve Smith and Smurfer Smith and Rob Cameron. In fourth place, number 78 Lionel Cox and Ray Hagan. And in fifth place, number 24 Nick Yeomans and Andy Jones. Race number 5, just one change in programme. Number 77 John Underwood, replaced by number 134 Steve Bishop. So we got Mears, Stott, Ledbetter, Ashworth, Bagshaw, Thomas, Emson, Tidewell, Thomas, Broadhurst, Colin Earl and Steve Bishop. And as we look to our left, as they come off the top end for the first time, it's number 139, James Mears. So the order is still the same, and as we look for Graham Thomas, I don't think he's out. He had a cam chain problem in practice. Say Graham's out to 350 because he was really flying on the Challenger 350 in practice, and as I say, a cam chain broke and it's put him out of the meeting. So we continue with Steve Bishop, Colin Earl back and forth. It's Dave Mears up the back straight. Steve Bishop trying to get on turn to Earl, making a very determined effort around the outside, but Broadhurst looks like he's still not to take him off the left. The first close to Wayne Broadhurst, second to Colin Earl, third Steve Bishop, fourth place to Dave Mears. Then some distance till we get back to fifth. And in fifth place, number 37, from Alan Bagshaw, and behind Alan Bagshaw is Martin Stott. Stott, number 105, Steve Tidewell. And behind Steve Tidewell, number 581, Richard Ashworth. A win for number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. In second place, number 172, Colin Earl. In third place, number 134, Steve Bishop. In fourth place, number 139, Dave Mears. In fifth place, number 37, Alan Bagshaw. Sixth, number 59, Martin Stott. In seventh place, 105, Tidewell. In number 581, Richard Ashworth. And in ninth place, number 187, Chris Thomas. Those numbers again: 158, 172, 134, 139. 37, 59, 105, 581, 187. We move on to race 6, still with the 350s. Just one change to your programme. Number 68, John Sims, is on the starter. His place taken by Mike Powell. So like the front runners in this, we've got Belborn, we've got we've got Gerald Short, we've got Mark Taylor, we've got John Jefferies, we've got Bolton, 350 British champion. Tony Atkin, who's going to be Atkin, into the first turn is Mark Taylor and Tony Atkin's head on the outside. Tony Atkin on the inside. It's all pretty close stuff as they come out of the bend. And there's absolutely nothing in it up that back straight as they go in the top turn. John Jefferies up there as well. But it's Taylor right round the outside. Taylor is going away, so Shown in the programme is number 114. He's riding number 144, of course. I think I mentioned that earlier. So, the 16-year-old lead for the British champion in second place. In third place, Jefferies got a problem. No problems there. More John Jefferies this afternoon, so that leaves Tony Atkin out in front. With in second place still Mark Taylor. Also out on the top turn, down to number 74. Going for Wadsworth. It's Atkin, Taylor. Third place behind Gerald Short, and behind Gerald Short, Dave Mander. British champion. The man who did all the interviews incidentally on John's video before the start of the meeting, Tony Atkin, he wins it from in second place, Mark Taylor, then Gerald Short, and behind Gerald Short with John Jefferies, who, well, he got it going again, but finishes back in the minor place. And he by some margin until he struck him from the second lap. So, race 6 in just a minute. He's Dave Groom to the PA. I'm told it's not very loud in 1 or 2 points, so I think we need to turn it up a bit. Unless it's me not talking as loud as usual. For number 10, Tony Atkin. In second place, number 170, Mark Taylor. In third place, number 85, Craig Haynes. In fourth place, number 27, Gerald Short. Fifth place goes to 144, John Jefferies. In sixth place, number 250, Dave Mander. In seventh place, number 174, Ivan Guttridge. In eighth place was number 190, Andy Perry. In ninth place was 871, Clive Malloy. And in 10th place was number 726, Mike Powell. Those numbers again for race 6, numbers 10, 170, 85, 27, 144, 250, 174, 190, 871 and 726. Right, we've got Dave with us. We'll turn it up a little bit. Maybe it's me not talking as loud as usual, Dave, I don't know. When we get the 350 final, we'll all get excited and they'll be able to hear. Right, the gentleman who complained said it was a bit quieter. Is that okay? I don't know where you are. Maybe down the bottom. Is that all right? Right, everybody happy? You only have to ask, you see. The service is brilliant here. Right, away we go with race 7. Who we got in this? We got number 98, Joe Mogg. Joe Mogg today, passenger by Chris Berg. That's not in your programme. We got Steve Smith and Keith Wall, Gary Jackson. We don't have Alan Blewett. We got Penny Hook and we got Gary Wright off the first bend. Jackson leads. Kevin Williams in the chair. The Wright brothers getting in all sorts of trouble on the first straight. Well, Gary and Steve really, or I should say the other way around today. Getting it always on the finish straight, but they're okay. Steve and Gary Wright back in third at the moment. Steve Smith in second, but it's Gary Jackson leading. Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams from Steve Smith, from the Wright brothers. And Penny Hook just at the back at the moment, but Penny Hook and Jane McLaren really do go very, very quickly for two ladies. Very quickly indeed, believe me. As we look to our right, the order is still the same as they go into the last lap with Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. Steve Smith in second, the Wright brothers in third. In fourth place, it is still Joe Mogg, number 98, Joe Mogg, and Chris Berg on the Yamaha. And the two girls, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren, back in fifth place at the moment. Right, we look to our right and it's going to be a start-to-finish win for number 23, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. In second place, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Third place goes to the Wright brothers. Fourth place goes to Joe Mogg and Chris Berg. And fifth place goes to number 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. The official result, a win for number 23, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams on the FZR. In second place, number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall on the Godden. In third place was number 5, Steve Wright and Gary Wright on the Kawasaki. In fourth place, number 98, Joe Mogg and Chris Berg. And in fifth place, number 34, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. We move on to race number 8 in this. We've got the Foreman brothers. I'm so used to saying that. Eddie Alvis, of course, with Len today. Ray's doing the counting on the paddock box of all things. Nice to have Ray along as an organiser. So we've got Lenny Foreman and Eddie Alvis. What's the betting? I say the Foreman brothers sometime during the afternoon. We've got number 52, Terry Phillips and Chris Spires. We've got number 112, Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix. We don't have Alan Blewett and John Blewett. I'm trying to find out where they are, but or do we? I think they might have arrived late. I'll put that one to right after. Right, who else have we got? We've got Rick Colvin, Matthew Dix. We've got number 127, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry up from the West Country. We've got number 111, Pete Goodwin. Change of passengers, you probably know Carl Bunch is still injured. He's got solo man Carl Pugh in the chair. Unfortunately, we don't have Ian Macaulay. See Ian spectating over to my left. He had a blown motor in practice. The head went bang, and first time this season, and unfortunately a long journey up from Newton Abbot, and no ride today for the Macaulays. Right, leading Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry talking the West Country and Newton Abbot. The leading crew come from that area, and they lead as they go past us for the first time. So it is McGuigan and Alan Berry on the SGM Yamaha, lead by about 40 metres as they go in the bottom turn. Problems for Pete Goodwin, but it's still McGuigan leading, probably in second place, and then Foreman and Eddie Alvis. In third place, Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix. But it is the West Country man leading. McGuigan and Berry then lead by some 50 or 60 metres from Lenny Foreman and Eddie Alvis in second place. Number 111, Pete Goodwin and Carl. Problems there. Still the order the same. Terry Phillips in third. Terry Phillips and Chris Spires in third place as they go past us for the third time. It'll be last lap flag next time round, but still the order's the same, with Rory McGuigan leading, Lenny Foreman in second place, Terry Phillips in third. Still the order the same. Colvin in fourth, and that's the official result, or we'll have the official result in a minute, but no doubt about the winner, number 127, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. Well, Pete Goodwin and Carl Pugh, obviously some sort of mechanical problem, because Pete's been going very, very quickly this year on after mechanicking for Alan Blewett for a number of years, and he really has been going quick, but that wasn't to be his ride. Race 8, the official result. A win for number 127, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. In second place, number 149, Len Foreman, Eddie Alvis. In third place, number 52, Terry Phillips, Chris Spires. In fourth place, number 112, Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix. In fifth place, number 111, Pete Goodwin and Carl Pugh. 127, 149, 52, 112 and 111. Right, we move on to race number 9. In race 9 we've got number 161 Pete Pithy, we've got number 1 Craig Chetton, number 773 John Phillips, number 21 is Chris Golden. The Winterburns are non-starters, I believe Rod's got the flu and that's why they're not here. Number 15 Ivor Matthews, not with Peter Jones in the chair. If you were here in practice you'll know he's got to change a passenger. The man in the chair is the road racing Grand Prix man from Motorcycle News, Rob MacDonald. And Rob is here today specifically to get experience of sidecar racing firsthand, and who better to go with than Ivor, the Masters champion this year. And Rob is going to do a feature on sidecar Grasstrack racing for Motorcycle News. I'm told it's going to be a double pager, and it'll be written and printed sometime in the next few weeks. The date to be announced, but what better way than learn about passenger in a grass outfit and about Grasstrack racing, sidecars in general, than to have a go yourself. So Rob MacDonald, never been on a grass outfit before in his life until today. I was talking to him during the dinner break, and he seems quite happy. He's got 100% confidence in Ivor, and why shouldn't he? And he's really enjoying himself out there. So that's the story on Ivor Matthews, and Ivor goes to the front, relegating Craig Chetton and Clive Reynolds into second place, and in third place number 21 Chris Gall and Matthew Dix. But as I say that, down the back straight, it looks as though the order was going to change for a minute, but it didn't. So we're into the last lap with Ivor Matthews and Rob MacDonald leading. In second place still Craig Chetton and Clive Reynolds, and in third place still number 21 Chris Gall and Matthew Dix. Off the bend, and Ivor just taking it nice and steady, gets the checkered flag. Ivor Matthews and Rob MacDonald win. Second place goes to Craig Chetton and Clive Reynolds, number 1, and third place number 21 Chris Golden and Matthew Dix. So the official result, we've given you the names, we'll just repeat the numbers. First number 15, second number 1, and third number 21. Right, we move on to race number 10. Race number 10 on your programme. The changes are number 70, Garant Ford is an addition to your programme, number 70, and one change is that number 581, Richard Ashworth, is replaced by his brother, number 21, Simon Ashworth. With names like that, it can't be otherwise. Nice to see Tom Ledbetter back here 2 weeks ago. I think we're going to have Jason Stott for 2 laps, and not quite sure what's going on there. Alan Bagshaw having a word with our clerk of the course, Ron Doughty. But I believe Jason's going to have 2 laps. I can see Jason over to our left, and a man of many talents, a footballing motorcyclist. Right, well, it's nice and quiet, and Jason does his couple of practice laps so that he can ride. He's already missed 1 ride, I think. Yeah, he missed his first ride, but with the points only being used as a qualifying mean. Whoops, Jason, what are you doing? Oh dear me. He's took a tumble on the bottom turn. Not very often you see Jason on the floor, but down he goes, and I'm sure Dad will have something to say about that. But let's hope he's okay and he can take part in the meeting. The first 500 race of the day. Who's going to win it? We got Paul Carr in this, who had such bad luck at the 375 a couple of weeks ago, and Paul Carr up with the leaders as they go past us for the first time, but so is Colin Earl. And as they come off the band, it is Colin Earl leading. Paul Carr up with him. Tony Atkin up with him. Looking for Wayne Broadhurst. Wayne Broadhurst not in this one. Should have been in the 500, but not out in this race. So we got Colin Earl leading now. To the bottom turn. It is the man from the northeast, leading the man from Cornwall. You can't get 2 Grasstrack riders living much further apart than Colin Earl and Gary Lobb. So Colin Earl it is who leads as they come off the bend by about 20-30 metres. Gary Lobb then in second place. We are now in fifth place. We've got Gary over here. I think getting strung out a little bit. Colin Earl pulling away as they go up the back straight. Colin Earl and Robbie Fuller had bad luck at the best pairs down in Essex earlier in the year. That particular meeting won by Gary Lobb and Dean Garson. So maybe Colin needs to balance a little bit in this one as they go into bottom turn. Colin absolutely on the limit round that bottom turn, but he gets away with it. Starter after to go. The order is still the same. They're spread out, but Colin Earl leads. Gary Lobb in second, Tony Atkin in third, Paul Tower in fourth. That's the order in which they finish. Colin Earl gets it, Gary Lobb second, Tony Atkin third, Paul Tower is fourth. In fifth place is Gary O'Hare, and behind Gary O'Hare, Steve Woodall. But a convincing ride there for the young man from Middlesbrough, number 172, Colin Earl. Alan Bagshaw on number 10. Right, race 11, the only change to programme, number 758, Mark Chessel is a non-starter. So we've got young Glen Cunningham, Handley, Peter Lloyd, John Priest, Mark Taylor, Paul Fry. Jason Handley was leading as they went past us on the outside. Paul Fry back in the park, and we're looking for Paul, but he's back in about 5th place at the moment. So as they go up the back straight, we've got Cunningham, we've got Taylor, we've got Fry up with the leaders. But it is all to play for. They can come off the edge. Glen Cunningham, the man from Bristol, really has pulled out a lead. He's 50-60 metres up on Handley as they go up the back straight, and Paul Fry trying to recover from a bad start, but Cunningham really flying off that top lane. Cunningham in his and after the man in second. Paul Fry Billboard in 7th place, Alan Bagshaw about 10th at the moment. And as we look to our left, the order is still the same, and young Glen Cunningham riding number 98 really is flying into the last bend. With Jason second still, Paul Fry in third, and John Priest. John Priest, of course, is 500cc, 375 champion. He went on this track 2 weeks ago. Despite some pretty good competition already, Cunningham's with us and he wins it. Glen Cunningham wins. In second place we've got Jason Handley. Paul Fry finishes third, followed by Peter Lloyd, Jefferies and John Priest. Then late in the bunch we've got Bill Vaughan. And behind Bill Vaughan was young Neil Taylor. And behind Neil Taylor was Mark Taylor. Well, that was fast and furious, but what a super ride there for Glen Cunningham. Of race 11, I should say, a win for number 98, Glen Cunningham. In second place, number 25, Jason Handley. In third place, number 55, Paul Fry. In fourth place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. In fifth place, number 19, Jefferies. In sixth place, number 5, John Priest. Seventh, number 29, Bill Vaughan. In 8th place, number 173, Neil Taylor. In 9th place, number 170, Mark Taylor. And in 10th place was number 72, and that is Pete Powell. So 98, 95, 55, number 4, number 19, number 5, number 29, number 173, 170 and 72. That's the official result of race 11. Right, race 12. We move on to race 12, still with the 500 solos. In this we've got one addition, that's number 134, Steve Bishop. So, who have we got? We've got David Perry, we've got Gerald Short, Jamie Isherwood, John Sims, I think. Yeah, he goes at the 500, I was going to say maybe an unstarter, but he's not, he goes. We've got Rob Fortune, Dave Wright, Kristen Marsh, Steve Bishop, Andy Isherwood, Clyde Malloy, Mike Beaumont, and David Housley. Who's going to win race 12? Well, some famous names from the past and present. Mike Beaumont having his second ride in 14 months. He rode here a couple of weeks ago, took a tumble early on, but still finished in the top 6 in the Pre-75 Championship. Dave Perry, nice to see him back in the game this year after a couple of seasons out following that heavy tumble at Donington Park about 3 years ago. Gerald Short, what do you say about Shortie? Well, 19 years since he won his first 350 championship back in 1974. Won again in 78, Euro champion of course 79. And Gerald still enjoying his racing, going today, still riding, same old number, 27. Rob Fortune, Dave Wright. Who's going to win this one? Steve Bishop, maybe. So it's Rob Fortune who leads, now residing in the East Midlands Centre. Rob leads by they got past us for the first time. In fourth place, John Rob Fortune really has got the bit between his teeth and leaving the rest of them for dead. But Shortie having a super ride at the moment in third place and looking good. But it is still Rob Fortune. In okay, trying to get on terms with Shortie. They go up the back straight for the third time. Last lap flag at the ready for number one, Rob Fortune. And surely nothing can stop Rob winning this one. That's the third. Second. Battling for third and fourth. David Perry and Gerald Short, and Dave Perry goes down as he exits the bottom third. Well, just trying a little bit too hard with David. Down he goes, and Gerald Short going to come through in the third. Right, up to our left. Winner, Rob Fortune. Second place to 134, Steve Bishop. Third place to 27, Gerald Short. Fourth place goes to John Simpson, Marsh, and behind Krista Marsh is Jamie Isherwood. Well, bad luck on Dave Perry there. I thought for a minute he'd held it, but right at the last moment just put it on the floor. No harm done. Just pride and the loss of a few points, but I'm sure he'll recover those and get himself a ride in the 500 final with his two other rides. A win for number one, Rob Fortune. In second place, 134, Steve Bishop. In third place, number 27, Gerald Short. In fourth place, number 68, Jamie Sims. In fifth place, number 25, Krista Marsh. In sixth place, number 99, Jamie Isherwood. In seventh place, number 245, Adam Bridge. In eighth place was number 419, Dave Perry. Ninth place, number 381. 10th place, number 87. 134, 27, 68, 25, 245, 419, 381, and 87. That was the official result of race 12. We move on to race 13. The non-starters in this one are number 77 and 726, but we do have two additions. They are 196 Matthew Klassen and 114 Simon Jones. Simon Jones and I'm told he's out there and really enjoyed himself, so nice to see a new face as we look across. It's Jason Stott up there, but as they come off the bend, it's still going to be Jason Stott leading with Richard Emson in second place, and young Richard trying to go around the outside of Jason, but Jason, the man with the experience, been in the game, what, 7 or 8 years now, I suppose, 8 or 9 years. And Richard Emson had his first senior ride in adult racing only about 5 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, I should know, I did the commentary 4 weeks ago at the Point of Air meeting, and he was just 16. It's up there in the Wirral. and a lad we're going to see a lot more of. Never won a major championship as a schoolboy, but he was always up there or thereabouts. And he's really going to make them take notice of his presence. So he wins that one. Jason Stott finishes in second place, and no doubt about it, the 16-year-old has arrived. He seemed like a party of old timers, Graham Thomas and Mark Wadsworth, compared with the Emsons and the Jefferies of this world. It's all changing in the 250 class of late. But when it comes to the experience Graham Thomas and Mark Wadsworth have got plenty of that. Thomas, British champion, of course, in 93, British champion in 92, Mark Wadsworth, British champion virtually every other year since 1978, with a couple of exceptions. So it is Graham Thomas and Mark Wadsworth, absolutely side by side. Nothing between them as they go into the bottom turn. Graham Thomas shuts the gate on Mark, and we've got a spill on the top turn, and young Darren Pugh has gone down, but he's okay. He's on his feet, so the lad from Churchstoke takes a tumble. And I'm looking for flags. We've got yellow flags. Into the last lap. Then we've got Stuart Laird in third place, and behind Stuart Laird, Dean Camier up from the southeast. So the local lads dominating it at the moment, with two Shropshire lads leading from a Cheshire lad in second place, in third place I should say, but Stuart coming under pressure from Dean Camier. As we look to our left, it's going to be a win for Mark Wadsworth on a 3-4-4. Second to Graham Thomas, 3-1-4. Third place goes to 4-4-4, Stuart Laird. And in fourth place, number 44, Dean Camier. One thing you notice when you get around the country in the 250 class, they all seem to have a lot of fours in the numbers. Makes lap scoring and talking difficult, but still, that's the way it is. In second place, 3-1-4, Graham Thomas. In third place, 4-4-4, Stuart Laird. In fourth place, number 44, Dean Camier. And in fifth place, number 115, Maurice Jones. 3-4-4, 3-1-4, 4-4-4, 44, and 1-1-5. Alright, John Simcock here today for Speedway Star. He's just asked me to remind you of the Ace of Aces next week. He's going to give me more details, but I'm sure you all know the big Ace of Aces meeting next week. And whilst we're talking about the press, the motorcycle news represented here today by Jeff Brett. Jeff over on my right, local man that everybody knows, always gives us good coverage in motorcycle news. So Jeff Brett from Motorcycle News, John Simcock from Speedway Star reporting on the meeting today. And in addition, of course, for the local paper, the Shropshire Star, John Simcock also covering that. Back with the 500 sidecars, and race 27 is going to be a cracker, because we've got the current British champion. I've turned over too many pages. Race 15. Good job we got lap scores. Put me right. Race 15. We got 418 Chris Salisbury. That's if he sorted his problem out. Chris Salisbury and Rob Jackson, number 14. Rob Williams and Edward Davis, number 49. Brian Canning and Colin Lewis, number 24. Nick Yeoman and Andy Jones. As we get on the way of Brian Canning. But as they go into the bottom turn, Nick Yeoman stops back a little bit, and Rob Williams shows on the outside, but it's Canning from Williams. That's the 1-2. Chris Salisbury. So, Chris Salisbury, former solo rider, Brian Canning, a former solo rider, so is Nick Yeomans, and they're all up against Rob Williams, the man from South Wales, who does, he said, more travelling than anyone, but he must do an equal amount of travelling to people like Colin Earl. In a different direction, of course, we're along over near Carmarthen. It's a long haul to any motorway, so always has to travel some considerable distance for his racing. But a pretty keen competitor. They don't come any harder than Rob Williams. Right, we're into the last lap. Brian Canning leading Rob Williams. inside on the bottom turn to take it up. So the order changes and Rob Williams goes to the front. Edward Davis in the chair, and well, I don't know whether Brian Cunningham's got a problem or what. Looking to him another flat, and certainly some sort of problem for Brian Canning. Not quite sure, but when Rob passed him on the bottom turn, I thought something was wrong. Whether he's got a flat or what, I don't know, but certainly a problem there for Brian Canning. So the result of race 15 is a win for number 14, Rob Williams and Edward Davis. In second place, number 418, Chris Salisbury and Rob Jackson. And in third place, number 49, Brian Canning and Colin Lewis. Gilmans and Andy Jones in fourth. 4-1 because we've got Steve Smith with Rob Cameron in the chair. We've got the local crew, Jim Rowlands and Mark Griffiths on the gun. We've got Kevin Lloyd and Dick Allwood. At number 71, the reigning champions, Brian Palmer and Scott Dunn. So race 16, the current champions, Palmer and Dunn against last year's champion, Kevin Lloyd. On the man who's going to set the 500 chairs alight. One or two people think that, me included. He had his first ride on a 500 chair at the best pairs down in Essex just, 7-8 weeks ago. And Smurf used to passenger Rob Cameron, of course, on the big ones. Now the boot's on the other foot. We've got Smurf driving and Rob Cameron passengering. So, Steve Smith, Jim Rowlands, Kevin Lloyd, Lionel Cox, Brian Palmer. That's the lineup, race 16. Smith, that was the order as they went past us, but on the first bend it changes slightly, and we've got Palmer, Lloyd, Smith, Cox, and Jim Rowlands, but Jim Rowlands comes through into fourth, so Kevin Lloyd trying to get on to Cox and Grace Hagan in fifth. Well, super battle on the bottom turn between the 93 champion and the 92 champion. Not sure what's happened to Brian Canning. He's in the middle and he's got some sort of mechanical problem. Maybe we can find out. Something's flat back tyre. Good signalling. Thanks, Brian. So they're going to be out to fight another day. Well, they'll be out to fight later on today, I hope. Right, Raslin leading on the top turn with a lap and a bit to go, leading by a whisker from Kevin Lloyd in second. And Lionel Cox in fifth place. Well, the race not over yet. Brian Palmer with the advantage, 3-length advantage as they go into the last turn. Kevin Lloyd still there in second, and Kevin, I'm sure, will make a big effort on the inside as they come off the turn, which he doesn't. Kevin Lloyd doesn't get there. Well, we're just on the last corner. Kevin Lloyd and last over the line, side by side. No doubt about the third place man, that was Smurfer Smith. Jim Rowlands in fourth, and in fifth place, Lionel Cox. The whisker, unanimous agreement. Number 71, Brian Palmer and Scott Dunn. In second place was number 7, Kevin Lloyd and Dick Allwood. In third place, number 220, Steve Smith and Rob Cameron. In fourth place, number 887, Jim Rowlands and Mark Griffiths. And in fifth place, number 78, Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. We move on to race 17, back with the 350s. The only change to your programme is one addition, number 726, Mike Powell. have Dave Groom, please? Dave, I think we've still got a problem with the speakers in one or two areas. Dave, I think we need the bottom speaker turned. That may be the problem. Whether you can attend to that. With race 17. We've got Richard Emson in this. And it's Richard Emson leading. Looks a bit airy on the bottom corner, but he gets away with it. So, Emson from the established 350 king round here, Wayne Broadhurst. And Emson really showing the established stars the way home in this one. The 16-year-old leads off the bottom turn. Second place. Third place. So, a couple of new paces leading, or rather in the two of the, what I'm trying to say is two of the top three at the moment are riders who we don't see a lot of in this area. Richard Emson, new to the game, new to the NL game. Dave Mears, we don't see a lot of it on the top there. And he's going away from Broadhurst and Mears. It is the young man from the world leading by some 50, 60 metres. On the 350, Richard Emson it is, who goes into the last lap with a substantial lead. Wayne Broadhurst in second. And Jefferies short, but he gets away with it still. In fourth, in fifth, not the worst we spill on a back. Another one coming a little bit wide off the top turn, Andy Penny, but he gets away with it. We look to our left. Race 27, or race 17. Get me facts right, goes to Richard Emson. Second place to Wayne Broadhurst. Third place goes to Dave Mears. And fourth, followed by Gerald. I'm going to get told off by Marguerite, I think, for getting it wrong. I don't know anybody. It's doing this pre-75 2 weeks ago, you see. I don't know anybody under 30. Sorry about that. Right, for people who having a bit of trouble hearing on the bottom turn, I believe, it's the same coverage that we had for the pre-75 final 2 weeks ago, and we've got more people around the bottom turn, so our engineer Dave is going to put another speaker up, I think, on the bottom turn, so that should clear that problem. Right, race 17, the official result, a win for number 144, John Jefferies. Second place was 158, Wayne Broadhurst. Third was 139. Fourth was number 27, Jerry Short. Fifth, number 71, Darren Pugh. Sixth was number 37, Alan Bankshaw. Seventh was 59. Eighth was 190. Ninth was 726. So race 17, the numbers again quickly: 144, 158, 139, 27, 71, 37, 59, 190, 726. Tony Atkin. So Colin Earl it is, leading by his old mate there in second place, Tony Atkin. Tony trying to get on to Colin Earl. Dave Marder behind Dave Marder. Taylor. Off the back straight, the order's still about the same, with Taylor. I don't know whether my eyes deceive me, but I think Tony's a little bit closer this time. Tony Atkin flat on the tank, goes into the last turn. He's going to make a big effort round the outside, but he's not going to get there. Colin Earl telling none of that. Colin wins, Tony Atkin second, Steve Bishop fourth place, close. He's going to get it. Mr. Mark Taylor from Dave Marder in fifth. So that's the first five, then a gap. That's going to be 105. A little bit wide. Tideswell was number 174, Ian Guttridge. Right, race 18, the official result to win for number 172, Colin Earl. In second place, number 10, Tony Atkin. In third place was number 134, Steve Bishop. In fourth place, number 170, Mark Taylor. Fifth was 250, Dave Mander. Sixth, 105, Steve Tideswell. In seventh place was 174, Ian Guttridge. In eighth place was number 85, Craig Haynes. Ninth was number 187, that's Chris Thomas. And 10th was number 871. We move on to race number 19, back with 1,000 chairs. This, again, it's going to be a super race. We've got Craig leading. Gary up the inside though, and Steve also there, but it's Gary who takes it up as they go round that top turn for the first time. And well, I won't mention his name, but the man in fourth took a few flags, I think, going into the top turn, but we shall ignore that. I don't think it was, I think it's probably having a new passenger on the back which caused that little problem, as Gary Jackson goes on his way. Not Gary Jackson, Kevin Williams, Steve Smith, and Craig Cheatham, and then Ivor Matthews. So we've lost Terry Phillips. Terry Phillips went out on the top turn, obviously a mechanical problem of some sort, and Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams absolutely flying around that bottom turn. Sounds beautiful. All the secret work that's been done on that motor. Gary, of course, very holds it very close to his chest, what he's done to that motor to make it sound like it does. But there's a lot of rumours about changing cams, changing crankshafts, cutting things in half, welding them up and all the rest of it, but nobody really knows what's in it. Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams then win, from Steve Smith Keith Wall second. In third place, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. In fourth place, number 15, Ivor Matthews, and the man from Motorcycle News, Rob MacDonald. Number 3 is a non-starter, that's Alan and John Blewett. So, question in this one, who's going to win it? The Wright brothers, who go very quickly, obviously. The question has got to be, is Pete Goodwin with Carl Pugh in the chair, has Pete got his motor sorted, and is he going to be in contention in this one? Pete Goodwin come to the fore this year with new passenger, solo man, Carl Pugh today. They get off the line, absolutely even break. Absolutely even, and as they go into the bottom turn, who's going to come out first? Goodwin up there with the leaders, and as they come off the bend, it is Goodwin, so he's got it sorted. Goodwin from the Wright brothers in second place. Pete Goodwin gets it sideways on the top turn, under pressure from the Wright brothers, and the Wright brothers go through. So it is leading Steve and Gary Wright. Pete Goodwin there in second place. That's the 1-2 round the bottom turn, and Goodwin just drop it back a little bit. Joe Moser in third place, Rick Coleman in fourth place, and Rory McGuigan at the back at the moment. So the Wright brothers lead by an extended amount as they go around that bottom turn with a lap and a bit to go. Steve and Gary lead by some 30 or 40 metres now from Pete Goodwin in second place. Third place is still Joe Moore. Fourth place still Rick Colvin, and in fifth place it is still Rory McGuigan. Well, unusual to see Rory McGuigan at the back. The man from Devon, getting more and more competitive, been in the game, what, a couple of years now, and Rory McGuigan unusually back in fifth place. So, the Wrights win. Pete Goodwin finishes second. Third place goes to Joe Morgan. Fourth place to Rick Colvin, and fifth place to Rory McGuigan. For number 5, Steve and Gary Wright. In second place, number 111, Pete Goodwin and Carl Pugh. In third place, number 98, Joe Morgan, Chris Berg. In fourth place, number 112, Rick Colvin and Matthew Dix. And in fifth place, number 127, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. And number 21 is Chris Golden and
Matthew Dix.
Right, I'm told that we're about to have some speakers on the bottom turn, and hopefully that'll improve things down there on that bottom bend. We move on to race 22, 500 solos. Back with the 500 solos. The only change to race 22 is Mark Chessel, number 758, is a non-starter. His place taken by 134 Steve Bishop.
Roger the Lloyd. Archie.
Second place we've got Rick Colvin, and in third place we have got Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. So Chris Gordon and Matthew Dix trying to go through on the inside of Lenny Foreman and Eddie Alvis, which they do to take it up. So the new leader down the back straight, number 21, Chris Golden. Foreman in second, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. Right, checkered flag at the ready, and a win for number 21, Chris Gordon and Matthew Dix, with Len Foreman and Eddie Alvis in second place. And in third place we're going to have number 34, Penny Hook, Jane McLaren. So the official result of that one, a win for number 21, Chris Gordon, followed by 149, Len Foreman, and number 34, Penny Hook. 21 getting on with your venture with Ivor, with a view to writing this article in the paper, which I mentioned earlier. So Rob, if you're around, I'd like to see you in the PA van, and I'm sure people here today will be interested in what you have to say about your first venture into Grasstrack sidecar racing. Race 22, the lineup includes Mark Taylor, Gerald, Short, Paul Tyler, Paul Wright, Dave Wright, Steve Bishop, leading the first bend, it's Mr. Fry leading. So Paul leads by some 20 metres as they go up the back straight. Less now because Steve Bishop it is trying to come up on the inside, but Paul Fry. We see Gerald Short up there as well in the lead in 3 or 4. Dave Wright coming through. Number 18 as well, that's Tony Stark. Tony Stark leading the bunch from Gerald Short, but the leading 2 way out in front, Paul Fry and Steve Bishop battling away. Fry it is by about 20 metres from Bishop. Very good ride there in third place. Fry, Bishop, Short, that's the leading 3. place, but the man who's going to win it, provided he doesn't have any mechanical problem on the last bend, it's going to be number 27, Gerald Short. 55, Paul Fry. In second place, number 134, Steve Bishop. In third place, number 27, Gerald Short. In fourth place, number 38, Dave Wright. In fifth place, number 56, Gary O'Hare. In sixth place, number 18, Tony Stark. In seventh place, number 398, Paul Tyra. In eighth place was number 29, Bill Bourne. And in ninth place was number 39, Rob Southwell. Those numbers again: 55, 134, 27, 38, 56, 18, 398, 29 and 39. Rider who stopped on the bottom turn was number 72, Paul Powell. Right, I'm joined by Rob MacDonald, who was, we said earlier, is here today, getting to grips with Grasstrack sidecar racing firsthand, with a view to doing us a super article in Motorcycle News. So I think as soon as this race is finished, we'll have a word with you, Rob, and see how you're getting on. We move on to race 23. The lineup in race 23, they all go as shown in the programme, or they should do. So we got Gary Lobb, then coming in Colin Earl. Colin leads from in second place was Ron Fortune, Cunningham up there as well, but the northeastern lad leads up the back straight with Colin Earl trying to get on, or rather I should say, so it is Fortune, Colin Earl up there as well. And looking for some of the local lads, John Priest doesn't appear to be up with the leaders as they went past us, but as we look to our left, it is still Gary Lobb, and Gary Lobb it is who's on the front on the bottom. And Ron Fortune going backwards at the moment, or he was, because he got past by Lobb and Colin Earl. Went back into second place, and this is all swap and change at the front. Well, still anybody's race. We look to our left. It's either going to be Earl. They come off the bench and take the Chetton flag. Colin Earl gets there by finishes in second place. Dave comes through, I think, to take up third place. And obvious problems there for Rob Fortune, because he's looking down the left-hand side of the bike, and Rob finishes back in about 4th or 5th place. So, well, swapping and changing in that one, but the man from the northeast wins yet another ride to take race number 23. Right, before we give you the official result of that one, we'll have a word with Rob. Rob, thanks for joining us. I spoke to you earlier in the day. I've explained to everyone here that it's nice to see a man from Motorcycle News, a road racing man, not only coming to see a Grasstrack, but participating. You're with a guy I've known for a number of years, Ivor Matthews. I regard him as fairly safe. Can we have your comments on your, from your position on the back?
Well, one of the whole ideas of going with Ivor was we knew he would be safe, or I knew he'd be safe. I must admit, sometimes it doesn't feel that way when you're on there, especially when you've never been in an outfit, but so far so good.
I know you're fairly new to Grasstrack racing, your forte is road racing. Can you just give us a comparison, or is there a comparison between our sport and the Grand Prix?
What you mean, for the rider or for the spectator?
Well, for both, really.
Well, for the riders, I don't think riders get hurt quite so much out on the road racing track. Every time I go around, I seem to have somebody desperately trying to film me with mud, which hurts. I didn't realise it hurt quite so much. And Obviously the facilities aren't quite up to standard that I would see at Grand Prix and such like, but everyone seems to be having good fun.
Right, thanks very much. Rob, just before you leave us, have you ever participated or any experience of solo Grasstrack racing?
Never solo Grasstrack racing, done a bit of motocross, never on a gravel shell.
Can I just ask you very quickly, with all respect to riders out there, very quickly, why did you choose to go on the back of a 1,000 outfit rather than, say, ride a solo or go on a 500 outfit?
We were talking one day about the people who are unsung heroes in motorcycle sport, and the most fantastic aspect of motorcycle sport, and so we thought the best way of testing the footage would be music, so I'm on the back of Ivor Matthews.
Right, and I've said earlier that when we spoke earlier, you said you hope to do quite a good article on Grasstrack racing for us. When can we expect to see this in the paper?
Well, at the moment it's not planned. There's no set date. Sometime before Christmas, hopefully we'll give it a good show.
Okay, thanks very much for your time, and thanks for coming, Rob. Rob MacDonald from Motorcycle News, ladies and gentlemen. Right, we move on to, with all my apologies to Tony Atkin and the like, and in this one, Tony Atkin wins it, and we finished in second. Third place there is Peter Lloyd, and John Priest follows Peter Lloyd home in about fourth place. Don't think we gave you the official result of that one. Race 23 was a win for number 172, Colin Earl, within second place number 7, in third place number 419, in fourth place number 98, in fifth place number 1, in sixth place number 173, in seventh place number 245, in eighth place number 37, ninth place number 112, and in 10th place number 84. The race we've just seen, which was race 24, the official result of that one was a win for number 10, Tony Atkin. In second place number 95, Jason Handley. In third place number 4, Peter Lloyd. In fourth place number 5, John Priest. In fifth place number 19, Trevor Eden. In sixth place number 311, Stuart Woodall. In seventh place number 68, John Sims. In eighth place number 70, and in ninth place number 25. We move on. We're back with the 250s, and leading as they went past us for the first time was number 94, Jason Stott. So the non-starters in this one are number 150 and 77, with one addition, number 176, Matthew Klassen. So we've got Dean Camier, Jason Stott, Mark Wadsworth, etc., etc., Richard Emson, and Wadsworth on the inside, John Edwards there in about fourth place, and Mark trying to come through on the inside of the two leaders. But Wadsworth it is who takes it up, and that is what experience is all about. Comes up the inside, and Mark Wadsworth, 10 times British champion, then leading at half distance from Emson in second place. And behind them, at some distance, was number 44, Dean Camier. So once again, we see the man who's dominated British 250 Grasstrack racing for the last 16 seasons, leading from a man who was hardly born when Mark won for the first time. Richard Emson. No, Wadsworth and Emson trying to go around the outside, looks a little bit on the ragged edge, and really, yeah, there was no way he was going to run outside of Mark, but Mark's in trouble, and Mark would stand up, or does he? Well, it looks as though Mark Wadsworth was in trouble, going up the back straight, but if they come off the end, it's going to be Richard Emson against Mark Wadsworth. Stuart Laird in fourth, and in fifth place, number 44, Dean Camier. Right, race 26. Changes to the program. 48 is the non-starter, 26 is the non-starter. We've got 115 LE2 program, that's Maurice Jones, and 114 Simon Jones, and John Jefferies rides number 144, not number 114. Right in this, we've got Carl Wilkes and Graham Thomas. We don't have Ian Rutter, by the way. We're getting a little bit steamed up in here. In fourth place, Maurice Jones. So we don't have John Jefferies in this. He stopped earlier in a 250 beat, and it looks as though John Jefferies is out of 250 class today. So Graham Thomas Carl looks to be going very, very slowly on the bottom turn, and yes, he's got a problem. He puts his hand up, and we lose the lad from Telford, Carl Wilkes, on lap 2. The last lap flag then. Graham Thomas leading right now from 229 with G9. And another gap. And behind him, number 114, Simon Jones. Behind Simon Jones, number 116, Matthew Klassen. So, checkered flag. It's going to be a win. With Richie Knight, 229 second. To the third place, going to go 115, behind Maurice Jones, Simon Jones, number 114, and behind them, number 196, Matthew Klassen. So just tell us about your, tremendous impact on the senior class. How long have you been in the game?
Well, I've been doing Grasstrack in the youth since I was about 6 or 7, but this is only my 4th adult meeting and the 4th time I won a 350.
How do you think the 250 lads, the Carl Wilkes, Mark Wadsworth and the Graham Thomases, have they accepted you as a challenger?
Well, I'm not really sure, so I don't know any of them that well, but obviously I don't think they're really going to rate us that much when we first come up, but both Richard Emson and myself have shown that we are capable of mixing it with the big boys.
All I can say, good to see you, John, good to see Richard as well, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of you. Right, race 27. Back with the 500 sidecars, Brian Palmer, Jim Rowlands, Kevin Lloyd and Rob Williams, although not necessarily in that order as they go up the back straight. For the second time, it is Kevin Lloyd leading, with Brian Palmer trying to get on. Still anybody's race. So we've got British Champion 92 leading British Champion 93, leading a Welshman, leading another Welshman. The only 2 500 Welsh drivers in the game, I think I'm right in saying that, Rob Williams and race isn't over yet. Knowing Raz, he's going to make a determined effort on the last lap. Kevin Lloyd then leads by a whisker from Raz in second place, Rob Williams in third. If either of the two leaders make a mistake, Rob Williams is going to come through, but as they come off the top end for the last time, it's going to be Kevin Lloyd again. Rob Williams third, and fourth place, Jim Rowlands. Pretty evenly matched 500 sidecar race that. Good result there for number 7, Kevin Lloyd and Dick Oldroyd. Second place going to 71, Brian Palmer and Scott Don. Third place going to 14, Rob Williams and Edward Davis. And fourth place going to 887, Jim Rowlands and Mark Griffiths. 9, Brian Canning, 78, Lionel Cox, and 220, Steve Smurf Smith. intruder, Brian Canning. Problems on the top turn and line across, very close to Brian Canning on the bottom turn, but Brian's still holding it on. Well, that looks to go in first place. Brian Canning has got better speed than this. It's going to all come down from last bend, but Brian's got away. Second and 4-1-8. Fourth place. Base is in. With a couple of non-starters and 68 on SIP, 77 John Underwood. Second or third place, but it's Broadhurst who leads as the pack comes off the bottom there. Great names up there as well. And it's Broadhurst who leads by that. You wonder why it's got a little bit noisy on the mic is as it is some HTV wiring and we've got the window open, so whether or not that's determined this thing, I don't know. 8:11. Right. Down 2 and 4, followed by Mark. Behind him. In 10th place, 190, Andy Perry. 158, 85, 250, 71, 59, 581, 871, 174, 726, and 190. Over the page to race 31, back with 1,000 chairs. Alan Blewett, a non-starter. So in this, we have got Ivor Matthews, number 15. We've got Craig Cheatham, number 1. Joe Mogg, number 98. Gary Wright, number 5. And Gary Jackson, number 23. And an even break, but it's Jackson who goes to the front. Ivor Matthews on the inside, Mogg on the outside. That's the 1, 2, 3. And the Wrights at the back of the field at the moment. They've got it all to do. And Gary Jackson comes out with about 20. Matthews there in second, and the Wrights are pushing on there up into third. So the Wright brothers challenging Ivor Matthews now for second, but they got it a little bit sideways on the top end, lose a little bit of ground. Meanwhile, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams leading by some 20-30 metres. From Ivor Matthews and Rob MacDonald, the Wright brothers in third. In 4th place, Craig Cheatham, and in 5th place, Joe Mogg. Well, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams really dominating this one with 1993 Masters champion in 2nd place there. Ivor Matthews and the Wright brothers in 3rd. Check flag yet again for Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. 2nd place goes to Ivor Matthews and Rob MacDonald. 3rd place to Stephen Gary Wright. 4th place to Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. And 5th place goes to Joe Mogg and Chris Burge. Smith and Keith Wall lead race number whatever, where are we? Race number 32 as they come off the bottom turn. Problems for Lenny Foreman and Eddie Alvis. They just stopped by us and nearly a shot there from Terry Phillips and Chris Spines, but Terry just got through on the inside. Whatever it was, Len and Eddie have got it going again. They're back in the race, but right at the back of the field, of course. So Steve Smith and Keith Wall lead from Rory McGuigan there in 2nd place, Terry Phillips in 3rd, and at some distance Len Foreman and Eddie Alvis. Well, this one getting very, very strong out. Steve Smith and Keith Wall, 1990 Masters champions, of course. By some 70 or 80 metres from, in second place, number 127, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry on the Yamaha, and following them the veteran Terry Phillips and Chris Spires on the Magnum. Fourth place, Lenny Foreman and Eddie Alvis. So, check flag there for Steve Smith and Keith Wall. I've got Moss. Second place goes to Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. Third place goes to number 52, Terry Phillips and Chris Spears. And in fourth place we'll be having Len Foreman and Eddie Alvis. The official result then of race number 32, win 4, number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Second, number 127, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. Third place, number 52, Terry Phillips and Chris Spires. And in fourth place, number 149, Len Foreman, Eddie Alvis. Right, while everybody's round the ropes, and if you give announcements during the interval, people tend to miss them. One thing that I'm personally involved with, so I'm going to give it a plug now, is on the 1st of November, Minsterley Club have a first aid and social night at Minsterley Village Hall at 7:30. Sandwiches and what have you laid on, and it's got a serious side to it because we believe that everybody connected with motorcycling should have some basic knowledge of first aid, and to that end the St John's are coming along. But it is a social night as well with Butties and Nata. People like Gerald Short I think are coming along, and I'm sure you've read anyway in Speedway Star this week that that event is being held by the Minsterley Club on the 1st of November, 7:30, all welcome. How about this, the girls lead in into the first turn. Well, they led momentarily, but they get passed on either side, and we've got problems over on the far side. I think for Pete Goodwin, and we have Chris Golden, number 21, leading as they go past us for the first time. Chris Golden and Matthew Dix. In second place was Rick Colvin, and in third place were Penny Hook and Jane McLaren. Matthew Dix, Rick Colvin in second, Penny Hook and Jane McLaren in third. Well, once again we see the field getting strung out a little bit. We've had one or two races a bit like this today, but we've had some super races as well. I'm sure we're going to see some more. Check your flag there for number 21. Chris Colvin, second place going to Rick Colvin, and third place to Penny Hook. Confirmation then 21, 112 and 34. It's Golden today. Well, earlier on I did briefly, and then we're into the finals. There's a short interval after race 36. And in race 34, we've got Steve Bishop and Gavin Ford in addition to the ones in the programme. Mike Beaumont's another starter. And away we go with race number 34. Very good start, Jason Handley, good start. But they went first turn, David Perry right on the limit, but he gets away with it. Perry on the inside, right on the outside, that's the leading two. Steve Bishop comes through in the third, but Perry and Wright, two Western Centre boys absolutely side by side on the top turn. And Wright's going to come out with the advantage. Steve Bishop. And Steve Bishop was John Priest. Behind John Priest, Jason Handley. So we look to our left and we see Steve Bishop trying to get on terms with David Perry, but Dave Wright's gone away, leads by then. John Priest in third, and Steve Bishop goes down on the bottom turn, and that's a heavy tumble. So Steve Bishop loses it all on the bottom corner. We got yellow flags out, and I think Steve's playing up whether we should have the red or not. The red flag stays down, and racing continues. Steve Bishop well off the racing line, so they've decided to let the race continue. Checkered flag at the ready then. And it is going to be a win for number 38, Dave Wright. Second place, 419, Dave Perry. Third place, number 5, John Priest. In fourth place, it is going to be number 68, John Sims. And behind John Sims was, well, who was it? I missed them from there on. A win for number 38, Dave Wright. Second place, 419, Dave Perry. In third place, number 5, John Priest. In fourth place, number 68, John Sims. And in fifth place, number 70, Gareth Ford. As we move on to race 35, the only change that I know to the programme is that number 518, Richard Ashworth, is non-starter. His place taken by his brother, number 21, Simon Ashworth. So in this one we've got the likes of Paul Fry, Trevor Eden, Tony Atkin, Rob Fortune, Gary Lobb, Gary O'Hare, Neil Taylor, etc, etc. Stuart Woodall, but when it comes down to the wire, who's it going to be? Gary Lobb, maybe, Paul Fry, maybe, Rob Fortune, Tony Atkin? Any one of half a dozen. I've just seen Carl Wilkes walk past, so he's obviously a non-starter in the rest of the 250s today. Let's get on the way. Gary Lobb leads. But only momentarily, Gary Lobb led as they went past us, but Gary Lobb back in about third place now, and it's Tony Atkin and I think Paul Fry on the outside, and Tony Atkin, Fry, Atkin, or the other way around. So the British 350 champion leading Paul Fry up the back straight. And Tony Atkin it is then by a whisker from Paul Fry at half distance. In fifth place, Rob Fortune. Rob Fortune on the back stroke. And Paul Fry's blown it in a big way. I think the smoke comes out of the exhaust, and Paul Fry is out. So that means that Tony Atkin goes into the last lap with about a 70-metre lead over Gary Lobb in second place. In third place, it is Stuart Woodall. And behind Stuart Woodall was Rob Fortune. So Tony Atkin comes home to win race 35 by some considerable distance from Gary Lobb in second place. Stuart Woodall finishes third. Rob Fortune, number one, is going to finish in fourth place. And in fifth place, Gary O'Hare, Mike Shaw, and James. The win for number 10, Tony Atkin. In second place, number 7, Gary Lobb. In third place, number 311, Stuart Woodall. In fourth place, number 1, Rob Fortune. Fifth was number 56, Gary O'Hare. Sixth, number 37, 7th, number 99, 8th, 25, 9th, 72, and 10th, 21. 10, 7, 3, 11, number 1, 56, 37, 99, 25, 72, 21. We move on to the race 36. So, Cunningham it is. Then led as they come out of the first turn. We got Colin Earl up there as well. So Colin on the worst free spill earlier in the day. But it's Glen Cunningham who leads by about 40 minutes. Colin Earl. Tony Stott, Paul Tyler back in the pack there. And Paul Tyler not at the best of the day. Not at his best day today. Glen Cunningham flying around that top bend. Peter Lloyd, still the old once again, Lloyd's getting strung out a little bit. But Glen Cunningham really flying into that top turn with a lap and a bit to go. Unless he has some mechanical misfortune, it's going to be a win for Glen Cunningham, now leading by about 70, 80 metres. So, if Colin Earl, if he stops short of the finish line and pushes it over, he's going to get some points. Well, so his chain's up. Which, yeah, it is. So Cunningham wins then. In second place, Peter Lloyd. Little more in fourth place, number 18, Tony Stott. Tony Stott was number 245. Number 98, Glen Cunningham. In second place was number 4, Peter Boyd. In third place, number 14. In third place was, I'm trying to read over the last score, Shelter giving it was getting over on to win. But wait until I give it officially. Go all the way because we're going to hear John Stott about the ace races after we've given it officially though. Right, 98, Glen Cunningham. Second was number 4, Peter Lloyd. In third place was number 29, Gerald. In fourth place was number 18, Tony Stott. Fifth, number 245. Sixth, number 398. Seventh, number 39, followed by 381 and 172. Those numbers again, race 36, 98, number 4, number 29, number 18, 245, 398, 39, 381, 172. Right, that's the official result. We're going to stand there now for a few minutes and I'll hand you over to John. John Sidcock. On the line, who's it going to be? It's a straight race, points don't count. Is it going to be the established riders or is it going to be one of the newcomers? Emson really up against the crack riders in the 250 in this one. But Emson's the young man with Mark Wadsworth leading into the first turn. But no, as they go round the bend, it's Graham Thomas who comes out in the lead. And Emson's up there, so is Stott up there. So is Wadsworth up there, but it is Graham Thomas, the reigning 250 British champion, leading, and Emson looks as wild around the coming through as well. So Wilkes coming through to take up about third spot. But it's Jason Stott leading. Up the back straight, and Graham Thomas going backwards, back in fourth place now. Mark Wadsworth back in fifth, and Emson goes to the front. He looks a bit on the ragged edge, but he's leading. And then it's Graham Thomas. So young Emson really out in the weeds, going the long way round, and the lad's got a lot of talent, but he just needs a bit of experience to keep it in a bit tighter, and the lad's going to go places. But it's Stott leading by some 30 metres there from Wadsworth in second. As well. And Carl Wilkes dropping back. Carl back in the seventh place now as they go round the bottom turn for the last time, and Wadsworth chasing Stott, but Jason Stott I think is going to win the 250. Emson still there in third, but it's Jason Stott who leads and wins. Wadsworth second, still there for. And Carl Wilkes just crosses the line about 7th or 8th place, and behind him we've got 114 and all the rest of them. Right, but no doubt about the 250 winner on the KTM, number 94, Jason Stott. That was a cracker, a lot of experience in that one against, well, particularly the emerging youngsters. Richard Emson representing them with some force in that one. Super 250 final, going to number 94, Jason Stott. In second place, number 344, Mark Wadsworth. In third place, number 141, Richard Emson. In fourth place, number 444, Stuart Laird. In fifth place, number 44, Dean Camier. In sixth place, number 314, Graham Thomas. Seventh place, number 248, Carl Wilkes. In eighth place, number 114, Simon Jones. And in ninth place, 196, Matthew Klassen. 94, 344, 141, 444, 44, 314, 248, 114 and 196. 500 sidecar final. Who's going to win this? Well, we've got the cream of the 500 sidecar riders in this country in it. We've got number 71, Brian Palmer, Scott Dunn. Number 7, Kevin Lloyd and Dick Allroyd. Number 14, Rob Williams and Edward Davis. 49, Brian Cunningham, Colin Lewis. Number 220, Smurf Smith and Rob Cameron. And 887, Jim Rowlands and Mark Griffiths. 500 sidecar final with a 12 left, and they get underway, and Kenny Lloyd as a superstar. And Rob Cameron goes off the back. How Rob got back in there, I do not know. That was absolutely incredible. Smurf just touched the back of Kevin, and I thought Rob had gone off the back, but he got back in, and they're still in the race in third place. So the 1992 champion leads the 93 champion, Kevin Lloyd on the inside, leading with Rob Williams trying to go on the inside of Steve Smith on the bottom turn, but Smith holds him off. So the order still the same, with Kevin Lloyd leading, Palmer second, Smith third, Williams fourth, Canning fifth, and Jim Rowlands in sixth place at half distance. Smith and Rob Williams trying to get on terms with Smith in third place, and Rob Williams just getting his wheel alongside Smith as they go in the bottom turn, and Rob Williams I think is going to come out third, or is he? No, Smith and back with the leaders, it's all about Raz and Kevin Lloyd with a whisker advantage as they go into the last bend. So the Midland crew, Kevin Lloyd and Dick Allroyd lead. The man from Dagenham and Brian Palmer in 6th. And Brian Camier in 6th place. So the official result of that one in just a moment, but no doubt about the winning crew from the Midlands, Kevin Lloyd and Dick Oldroyd. Number 7 in 2nd place, number 71, Brian Palmer and Scott Dunn. In 3rd place, number 14, Rob Williams and Edward Davis. In 4th place, number 220, Steve Smith and Rob Cameron. In 5th place, number 887, Jim Rowlands and Mark Griffiths. And in 6th place, number 49, Brian Canning. Mark F. Well, Dick. Winning for them, number 7, followed by 71, 14, 220, 887, and 49. Holyhurst Farm, Sunday, November the 7th. That's the last Midland Grasstrack meeting of the year. Sunday, November the 7th, Country Road, Bulkington, near Bedworth. And I think I'm right in saying that's going to be the last one of the season. A couple of dates to put in your diaries for next year already. 24th of July, the Masters first round will be on this field. Masters first round, 24th of July. And on the 14th of August, the Midsley Club will be organising the 250, 350 and 500 sidecar final at Haberley, just the other side, Shrewsbury. Right, 350 solo. 350 solo final gets underway. Who's going to get it? For the first time, Mears on the outside with the advantage, but as they go up the back straight for the first time, it is John Jefferies out in front. So Jefferies looking for Wayne Broadhurst. We usually see Wayne at the front of the 350s round here, but he's back in about 6th place at the moment, and young Jefferies going like a train. Mears and Mears nearly goes down on the bottom turn, but he gets away with it. Colin Earl, you recall earlier, took a tumble. He'd already got a twisted knee, and he's done it no good at all, but he's still there battling away. But he felt a little bit second hand during the interval. But from Middlesbrough, Cunningham it is then, who leads by the proverbial mile. Jefferies, I should say, who leads by the proverbial mile. John Jefferies then, leading as they go into the last lap. 70 or 80 metres of Colin Earl in second. Well, battle for second between Colin Earl and Tony Atkin. Big buddies off the track, these two, but no quarter given on the track. Checker flag goes out, and a convincing win for John Jefferies, the 16-year-old, 350. Tony Atkin, Colin Earl first. Mears, Wayne Broadhurst, and the rest of them go through. But what a convincing win there for the young man on the road tax, John Jefferies, number 144. Right, the official result in just a moment. But no doubt about the winner of the 350 solo final. Come on, give this fella a round of applause. He deserves it. He really has gone well today. Second place, number 10, Tony Atkin. In 3rd place, number 172, Colin Earl. In 4th place, number 139, Dave Mears. In 5th place, number 158, Wayne Broadhurst. In 6th place was number 134, Steve Bishop. In 7th place, number 170, Mark Taylor. In 8th place, number 27, Gerald Short. In 9th place, 250, Dave Mander. And in 10th place, number 85, Craig Haynes. Those numbers again: 144, number 10, 172, 139, 158, 134, 170, 27, 250 and 85. We move on to the 500 solo final, which is shown as a 350 in your programme, but race 40, I can assure you, is the 500 final. And then we've got number 10, Tony Atkin. We've got 9 98 Glen Cunningham, number 7 Gary Lobb, 172 Colin Earl, number 1 Rob Fortune, number 4 Peter Lloyd, number 55 Paul Fry, number 95 Jason Handley, number 38 is 38, missed him for a minute, number 419 David Perry. Dave Wright, of course, sorry Dave, forgot your number for a minute. 10, 98, 7, 172, 1, 4, 55, 95, 38 and 419. That's the 500 final. Who's going to win it? Well, Cunningham, Fry, oh dear, what's that? Lost Paul Fry on the start line and he's off the track, so the race will not be rerun, so that is bad luck on Paul Fry. Really bad luck, although he's in a push from Chris Salisbury and it's having none of it. So Paul Fry out of the final. Gary Lobb Colin Earl in 4th and David Perry up there in about 5th place. But the Cornishman leads. Gary Lobb from the Cheshire man Tony Atkin, and I expected to see Cunningham just disappear into the wind in this one, but Cunningham back in the pack and Gary Lobb going like a train, leads off the top end and Tony Atkin is off and a spell on the bottom turn and we have lost Gary Lobb, we've lost Gary Lobb, so Atkin leads, Tony Atkin then leads by some distance now, so the 500 final full of shocks with Paul Fry, with Gary Lobb, with Atkin, Colin Earl, and that's the leading through, and Tony Atkin really has got it all sewn up, the checkered flag at the ready, and the 500 final is going to go to number 10. Tony Atkin, he gets in 2nd place, number 98, Glen Cunningham. 3rd goes to Colin Earl, 4th to Peter Lloyd, 5th to Rob Fortune, then David Payne, then Dave Wright, and then the disappointment for Gary Lobb, finishing back in about 8th or 9th place. Oh, we got an Atkin wheelie up the back straight. Tony will be pleased with that. And also out on the back straight we've got Jason Handley pushing in. So an eventful 500 final. What with Paul Fry looping on the line, Gary Lobb coming off when he was substantially in the lead. And we got a win for Tony Atkin. Well on, Tony. Man of many talents. Colin Earl just having a parade lap as well, but no doubt about the winner of the 500 final, Tony Atkin. Right, the official result: a win for number 10 Tony Atkin, in 2nd place number 98 Glen Cunningham, in 3rd place number 7 Gary, no it wasn't, in start again, first 10 Tony Atkin, 2nd 98 Glen Cunningham, in 3rd place number 172 Colin Earl, in 4th place number 4 Peter Lloyd, in 5th place number 1 Rob Fortune, in 6th place 419 David Perry, in 7th place number 38 Dave Wright, and in 8th place number 7 Gary Lobb. 10, 98, 172. Then we're going to have the Denton Fortune Trophy race, and then we're going to have a presentation. There's 1 or 2 presentations to riders who possibly don't even know they've won an award, but the Millward family at the end of the year always very kindly give awards to riders of their choice, and I've got a list of them down here, and there are people that we'd love to see at the end of the meeting that perhaps are not aware that they're wanted. Well, Jackson leads again. Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams lead off the bottom bend. Other than that, it's already close. Steve Smith in 2nd. Ira Matthews in 3rd. The Wrights in 4th. So Gary Jackson Kevin Williams, unbeatable today so far, lead by some 40 or 50 metres, very wide off the bottom turn, but no problems. They lead from Steve Smith still, and Ivan Matthews, then the Wright brothers, and Chris Gordon. Well, Gary Jackson, Kevin Williams, look to have it all under control. Steve Smith and Keith Wall with a bit of smoke coming out, no drop on the turn, no problem. So Smith is still there in second, Ivan Matthews still third, the Wrights still in fourth, Golden in fifth, McGuigan in sixth. Well, despite all Steve Smith can do, there's nothing at all he can do about Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. They come on for a superb win in the 5,000 sidecar final. And Steve Smith and Keith Wall finish second, Ivan Matthews finishes third, the Wrights finishes fourth, and Golden fifth, and Rory McGuigan finishes sixth. Well, I don't know whether it was me, but as Gary and Kevin went over the line, the motor sounded a little bit flat, but maybe that was just the fact that Gary shut it off. But I don't know, it just sounded a little bit flat. Maybe not. Well, a good win there for Gary and Kevin, and Steve Smith and Keith Wall finished second. And the official result of the 1,000 sidecar final. A win for number 23, Gary Jackson, Kevin Williams. Second place goes to number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Third place to 15, Ivan Matthews and Robin McDonnell. In fourth place, number 5, Steve Wright and Gary Wright. In fifth place, number 21, Chris Golden and Glenn Shuttle. And in sixth place, number 127, Rory McGuigan and Alan Berry. Those numbers again: 23, 2, 15, 5, 21 and 127. The Denton Fortune Trophy, the riders on the line: number 1 Rob Fortune, 55 Paul Fry, 94 Jason Stott, 105 Steve Tideswell, 158 Wayne Broadhurst, 170 Mark Taylor, 173 Neil Taylor, 419 Dave Perry, 68 John Sims, number 7 Gary Lobb, 311 Stuart Woodall, and last but not least Krista Marsh. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Krista Marsh going round today. Number 25. Right, away we go. Paul Fry leads as they go in the first turn. Rob Fortune in second, but Paul Fry going like a train up the back straight. Leads by some 50 or 60 metres from Fortune in second, Woodall in third, David Perry in fourth. That's the lead in bunch, and as they come off the bend, Paul Fry from wheel in the air. And Wayne Broadhurst is back in about 80 place at the moment, and we've lost the primary chain case halfway down the start and finish straight as Paul Fry goes on his way, coming up to half distance. Fry leads by, what, 70 metres, 80 metres. Into the second half of the race. All five of Rob Marsh was John Sims behind John Sims. So we look across to our left, and with a lap and a bit to go, the man who leads it by a mile. All right. Woodall, Perry. David Perry, number 68, John Sims. Checkered flag at the ready and a convincing win for number 55. He wins the invitation race. Rob Fortune in second, Stuart Woodall in third, David Perry in fourth. It's going to be close. Very close. We'll leave that up. The lap scores between Gareth Ford, number 70, and who else? Number 68, John Sims. Present. The man who's going to present them, of course, is at the Shortie meeting. It could only be Gerald Short, couldn't it? So I'm sure we're going to see Gerald in a few minutes to do the presentation. If you come along the presentation, we'll be doing it just as soon as we have the riders. Well, today was Steve driving, Galley passenger, the Wright brothers. Third today, give him a few plugs for MCN. The man from MCN, Rob McDonald on the back. British Masters champion, Ivor Matthews and Rob McDonald. Ivor, come here, I'm going to put you in an odd spot. We had a word with this bloke earlier on. He seems to have enjoyed it. Come on, how do you do?
Very well from last night. Certainly not a line. A bit more weight on him.
So you signed him up for next year?
I think I'll stick with you.
Right, you've obviously enjoyed yourself. Final word, you've enjoyed it, yeah?
When it finished.
When it finished, I think that's a fair comment. Thanks very much. Thank you. Cheers, Ivor. Right, second today, I'm going to go wherever you get to watch this. Second today, like Mr. Shortie, a bloke who's been around about 20 years, still one of the best. Steve Smith, Keith Wall. I'm the winner today. We've seen before, we've seen both of them before. Gary Jackson, Kevin Williams.
Where's your airplane going?
I thought this bloke said about the meeting 2 weeks ago now. He wasn't here. He said, I bet you didn't take much on the gate. They were all old age pensioners. Cheeky bugger. Look at him. He's nearly an old age pensioner himself. I'm ashamed of you, Kevin. I really am. Gary Jackson, Kevin Williams. Right, it just so happens I've got them in this order on my sheet. 500 solo final, 6th today. Great to have this guy back in the racing, Dave. Really, Dave Perry. Well done, Dave. 5th today in the 500, Rob Fortune. For Peter Lloyd. Well, I'm Pete. I'll stay with the Master Grasstrack racing because he does. Colin Earl. Well, I'm Colin. 2nd today, Thought he was going to win it for a while, but second on the day. Super race, mating for him now, Glen Cunningham. And I went today, the bloke who's trying to take over my job, I caught him doing interviews before that, so next year I'm going to ride his 350 in the challenge, and he's doing the PA. You've got to be riding Shortie anyway, so you've got no chance. Tony Atkin. Well on Tony. Hey Tony, you always like to talk at meetings, come on. Elaborate, I caught you on the mic with that bloke, come on, what's all this about? You trying to take over?
Well, the commentator there today isn't very good, so I thought that just...
I've got the advantage of the switch.
Yeah, when I'm his age, I'm going to start doing commentating when I'm in my 50s, so I'll have a go then.
Thank you, Mr. Atkin. I used to think you were quite a nice bloke, you know.
Don't go off.
Right, we'll progress to the 350s. As I said, they're all back to front today. 350s today, bloke who I thought had a super meeting, Steve Bishop, 6. I'll tell you what, this is a good conversation, hang on. I think the gist of it was, excuse me, why did you run over my foot? Something like that anyway. 5th in the 350 today, unusual for him to finish 5th at 51, Wayne Broadhurst.
Nice pants.
Hey, I honestly didn't notice fancy dress either. Right, 4th today, Dave Mears. Nice to see some of these lads from the south up here. Well on, Dave. 3rd today, in fact he's had 2 thirds today. It's that man again from Middlesbrough, Colin Earl. Second in the 350, none other than the British champion, Tony Atkin. And the winner today, what we've seen a couple of youngsters here today, we're going to see a hell of a lot more of. One of them's this fella, John Jefferies. Come on, John, you've got to have a few words. I know you've got to get used to talking to people like me. I say anything to anybody. Come on, you've shown these blokes here. There's Tony Atkin, Wayne Broadhurst, Colin Earl, all the established 350 men. Played across them today. Give us a rundown on your day. Come this way a bit.
Yeah, well, I had a really good day. The track suited me. It was a speedway style track. You just go flat out all the way, so I had an advantage in the first place. It was a good track. Nice and young and fit, so hold on to all right, so
That's one for Tony.
and I'm also riding new track machinery, which is obviously the best, so it all helps.
That's Dave Lloyd, of course. Tell us a bit about new track, go on.
Well, the new track, he's obviously owned by David Lloyd over there, somewhere. And, well, he's the best alloy welder in England, or the world, whatever. But he makes the best frame, I reckon. It handles really well, looks really nice, so can't ask for much more than that.
And it's free.
He's going to pay us off for this. Right, hey, you're a grand fella. Cheers, John. You know, if I'm old to him, he's old to you. He's nice to know. John Jefferies, going to see a lot more of that guy, believe me. Right, we're going to 500 sidecars now. 6th place in the sidecars. We've got Brian Canning, Colin Lewis. Well done, Brian. A lot of Welshmen around in the 500 sidecars today. One of them is 5th, or 2 of them 5th. Jimmy Rowland, Mark Griffiths. Hi Jim, well done Mark. Fourth today, I think I'm right in saying, first time he ever rode a 500 outfit, was the best pairs down in Essex about 6-7 weeks ago. He had a good ride that day, good ride today. Steve Smith and Rob Cameron. Well done. Third today, the Welsh crew, who like Colin Earl, travelled a hell of a lot of miles to Grasstrack racing, live down near Carmarthen. Third today, Rob Williams, Edward Davis. Second today, well, he won the championship this year. We're going like a train all season, but had to give way today. But super ride nevertheless for Brian Palmer, Stott done. Well done, Brian. The winner today, the man who won the title in '92, our own local crew from the Midlands, Kevin Lloyd and his whole boys. Well on, Kev. Well on, Dick. Right, 250 final. 250 final. Unusual result to say that he's sixth. Double British champion, Graham Thomas. Well done, Graham. Fifth today, Dean Camier. Lost him. Into you, Gerald. Probably got him a long way up. Now, right, fourth. I'm sure this bloke's here. Stuart Laird. Hey, for next season, can some of you 250 blokes change your numbers, get rid of all these fools? Right, third today. Young man I saw for the first time at Point of Air about 5 weeks ago. I think it was his first ever ride in the adult scene. We're going to see a lot more of him as well. Richard Emson. Well on. Second today, what can you say? I've said it 1,000 times. Mark Wadsworth.
Shame really, you sound wet last time.
Right, the winner today. Well, he's won it. Hey, great. I don't.
No, he couldn't get out of bed, that's all it was.
No, he's playing football. I think he got sent off early, that's why he was here, you see. Jason Stott. Well done, Jason. Hey, come on, these lot aren't pulling my leg about your football activities, are they? It is true.
It's true, yes, very true. No, winning 4-0 on the left, but lost.
Well, you got kicked off, sent off.
I asked the manager to take me off.
That's true, come on, I didn't want you pulling my leg.
No, it's true, 100% true.
Right, the taking off, come here, won the 250 final. Gotta be good. Right, plays for Manchester United, by the way. Thank you very much. Right, last page. The invited riders for the Denton Fortune Trophy. Who's going to present that? Gerald? This is Fortune. Right. Are we going backwards, third, second, third? Stuart has. Right, second, Rob Fortune. Very appropriate. Third is Stuart Woodall, but he's left early. And the winner today, well, unfortunately he went out of the 500 final. We all know he booted on the line, but he's got something to go on with. I'm sure we're all pleased about that. Paul Fry. Well done, Paul. And well done, Paul. Just do you want to have a few words? Tell us what happened in that 500, or was it embarrassing?
Pretty embarrassing. I've just been on the lane all day, and obviously got on the outside for the timer. It's a little bit different to ride on the start, and wasn't ready for it.
One of those things. You got a nice trophy to take home, and you got your name on the score sheet. Paul Fry, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Right. Wait a minute. Let me get my bits and pieces here so I get everything in the right order. Pauline and Top Road. Where are they? Pauline, off the flag. I'm going to check the flag, Pauline. Pauline. Right. Pauline and Tom. Right. Right. My big daughter here has got a picture of me. Yeah. I thought it was me anyway. Go on, you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Go on, come on. Come on, I'm going to give you the mic and you can tell them what it's all about.
It's just for Tony, just how well he's done this season.
Right. Tony Atkin, there you are. How about that? How about that? Can you hold it up? Everybody can see it then. Yes. Right, we've had so many awards and what have you today, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me. It's been a smashing meeting, a little bit cold. Thought we were going to have a trial for a while, but my last session on the mic this year. I still threatened to give up. I've been doing it 17 years, but I still think we're doing it. But cheers, Tony. Thanks for coming.